Third and one, final down. We got your picks. Tim, Josh, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, Josh. Of course, we got Thursday night football. We have the Colts visiting the Texans. Now, Andrew Luck is not 100%, nor is Matt Hasselbeck if they was try to switch quarterbacks. But now Ryan Mallett just got the start today, even though he got benched on Sunday, this past Sunday against the Falcons. Who do you see winning that game? I got the Texans at home. J.J. Watt in that defense.
Let's see. I just had the game center up. Where the hell is it now? Just trying to see the offense and defense because the Texans up their offense just a little bit last week at the Falcons, but they're still. I don't know, man. I don't have faith in the Texans right now. They're just playing sloppy, and they just let a can of worms open against the Falcons. If Andrew Luck's back, which I believe he will be, I'm going to give this one to the Colts to continue the division streak that he's got going.
Okay, we got the Buffalo Bills, who just lost to the New York Giants, visiting the Tennessee Titans at home. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of impressed with Mariota, the way he's been playing. And that division is up for grabs. It's not really, the Colts like everybody predicted. And they're going to try to insert Dorian Green Beckham. Listen, Carl Gucci is a fantasy guru, the best that I know. But I will stash Dorian Green Beckham as a back. Just the guy's a big receiver, and he's talented. And he scored his first touchdown before the bye, and they want to insert him more around the offense. And Mariota got a big receiver to go to. I like Tennessee in this game at home.
Yeah, I was a big fan of DGB coming out of college. I thought he had first-round talent if it wasn't for his off-field issues and, potential head case that most thought he would be. But if he gets his stuff together and he keeps on the grind, he's going to be a weapon in this league, and it's really going to be beneficial for Mariota to have him on his side. So I could definitely see Tennessee walking away with this one in a little upset fashion. And looking at the head-to-head, the Titans actually do have the number on the Bills the past three matchups. So that'll be interesting.
Okay. The next game we have is the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. This is one of my upset picks. I like the Browns' chemistry. I love what Josh McCown did. He threw for 400 and change. We were all against Manziel, including I. But you see more football out of this team. Not college game. You see more of a football game, offense with the Cleveland Browns. Duke Johnson was incredible last week. Okay, the Baltimore Ravens might be out. They might be out without Steve Smith, who got 4 broken ribs, is what they say. They try to search for a wide receiver. Listen, I'm going with the Browns at the upset.
Damn, 4 ribs for Stevie. Sorry to hear that, but honestly, I like the Ravens. I think they're turning it around now that they got that win under the belt. I think Forset's going to bounce back, fantasy-wise too. I'm praying. Thank you. And I think Kamar Aiken comes into his own. I think he starts to make a name for himself on the Ravens. Yeah, I think he looks pretty good on that last touchdown last week, that nice little streak route that he had.
Right.
He looked pretty speedy, got past his defender, and actually had some yards of separation between him and the guy. So I was actually thoroughly impressed with that. I think the Ravens take this one away from him, and they take advantage of that crappy Cleveland defense currently.
You know what's funny, too? Both of their former wide receivers, number 1 guys, are playing for the 49ers. But the rumor is that the Baltimore Ravens might trade for one of the receivers back. It's a rumor going on. Okay, we got the Chicago Bears, who had a pretty good win last week against Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, the Chiefs got this game. They home. This is they home.
This is one of those locks for the week. You feel right? Yeah. I mean, how can you go against that? How can you?
One of my favorite picks, the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Red Hot Bengals.
This will be a good game.
Very good game. Let me put it like this.
I really hope that the owner is there.
Sean, say excuse me, please, Sean. Say excuse me, Sean.
Look,
don't be rude.
Hey, say excuse me, but when it's about I
We
can't.
got
Can you please knock before you come into the pick'em room? Thank you.
yes. Thank you. I like that one. All right, we got Andy Dalton, Tyler Eifert, who's come up strong as a tight end, like you're supposed to. You got AJ Green, of course. You got Marvin Jones. All right. You have pretty good what's going on over there. And might I add, the most stingiest deep secondary in the league for takeaways. But this game, they really have nobody to really guard on the Seattle Seahawks wide receiver spot because they had no good wide receivers. But Jimmy Graham, no disrespect. Marshawn Lynch is iffy again this game, so the rookie Rawls might have to come in. I got the Bengals winning this football game by 10 points.
Tyler. You forgot Tyler. Tyler is a rising star.
Who?
Up, but
Tyler Eifert. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a top.
No, lock it. Sorry, lock it.
Oh.
Listen, here's the thing, Sean. I don't bank on special team plays. I really don't. It's a rookie. He gets returns. He's good at fantasy. He is not nobody special yet. Sorry.
I wouldn't say good in fantasy. He only had that 1 week where he had the punt return, or the first 2 weeks. So other than that, he's been okay for a flex spot or something.
A younger Percy Harvin, but not as talented. Thank you, John. We agree on that. We agree on that.
This is going to be a really interesting game because this is going to be one of those games where it's like 13-12 or it's going to be like 35-32. I see it's so hard to keep thinking Wilson is going to keep finding ways continuously winning games behind that turnstile offensive lineman. Justin Britt is a piece of crap. So is their center, and so is Jimmy Graham. None of them can block. None of them know how to put their tiny little arms up and get under the chest of another opposing defender. It is the most horrific thing I have ever seen in my life, and I think they need to go back to basics of crashing on dummies.
Did you see that whatever you call block by Jimmy Graham?
Dude, I saw like 3 or 4 gifs over the weekend of Jimmy blocking. He basically jogged, touched the player, and then watched them go by and tackle the running back.
Wilson got sacked. Wilson got sacked in 2 seconds because Jimmy Graham did this.
Absolutely.
In 2 seconds, as soon as Wilson got the ball, sacked. I'm like, oh my.
What the hell do you think they're saying to the guy into the film room the next day? Like, how can they say, oh, Jimmy Graham, you might just want to pick that up a little bit? Yeah. You're paying this guy millions, and he's not even trying on the field. Do you bench him? What the hell?
May I give props to Victor, who gave me a nice shout-out, and it was he says, you know what? Tim said 2013 or 2013, when we started with the 2 Minute Money podcast, remember that, Sean? And I was saying that Jimmy Graham is soft as tissue, whether you call him Scott or Markel tissue. The man is soft. There's no way a cornerback leaves you with 0 in your stat line, and you're a tight end, and you want to get paid like a wide receiver. Damn, Seattle. You know what? Maybe the Saints got over. I think they did. Next one.
They got a Pro Bowl center out of there.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals in this one because I don't think Russell Wilson can keep finding ways to win games behind that O-line. It's too hard.
We got that one. Okay, we have the St. Louis Rams visiting the Green Bay Packers. We witnessed Todd Gurley. The hype is real. The man can ball. Now, this is the thing. A running game and a defense will help you win this football game. And I'm gonna say this. This is hard. I'm going to pick the Rams to win this game because I like their defense. I really, really like their defense. I like their front four. I like their secondary. I think the secondary is good enough to compete with the Jordy Nelson-less wide receivers he has over there. And running that football, Todd Gurley, the Rams could win a close game. It's hard, but I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I think we saw last week Aaron Rodgers faced a pretty damn good defense. Even we're counting them out for the season, but there's still a pretty damn good defense when you go up against them. The 49ers, you could see frustration was coming from Rodgers, and that's probably one of the better defenses he's going to face this year, along with the NFC West that he goes against. So if he can beat the 49ers, I think he can hang with any of the NFC West defenses currently, and I think that goes as well for the Rams. And the Rams, I just don't think they have enough offensive firepower to go against the Packers at Lambeau. I think the Packers start off 5-0 this year.
Okay. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars visit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like the Bucs at home. Jaguars still a good young team, even though they got Ivan Hearns doing his thing, Rossum, T.J. Yeldon. But I like Jameis Winston. Mike Evans starting to come to his own. I like the running. I forgot the running back's name. Jesus, and Sims. So I'm going with the Bucs. I like the Bucs at home.
The Jaguars have been impressing me, and not just like last week, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Every week they've been hanging into their games, if not winning them. And it's every year we just think of the Jags as the same old Jags, but this year, even with a 1-3 record, I think there's still a critical team that could ruin your week or even your playoff chances later in the year when it comes time to that. I'm going to give this one to the Jaguars, and I see they've actually had the number against the Bucs the past 3 times. They actually beat them last year. I'm sorry. No, they didn't. Forget that. That was a preseason game. But I'm still going to go with the Jaguars. What Jameis Winston is doing lately, he needs to get in the film room and some of his throws are questionable lately.
Guys, running out of time. Let's move.
That's the Battle of Florida right there. All right. We got the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints visit the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? To my man Max, Max Hearns. Listen, Jamie Max. This is the blowout. This is a game that may give the Eagles life and energy and tell the NFL who they really are. This is gonna be a blowout. I don't think Drew Brees will last this whole game. I'd be shocked because the Eagles are so healthy all the way around. This is the game that they need to win and put a statement out there. I got the Eagles winning this game.
You know what? I could see that possibly happening, but I feel, and I'm going to put my faith in C.J. Spiller coming out in Philly with Drew Brees, even more being used as a weapon, and he's going to tear up that Philadelphia defense. And I think Drew Brees can take one away in Lincoln Financial, maybe by like a field goal or so.
Wow. All right. Okay. We have the Washington Redskins visit the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the thing, Josh. I had wanted to pick the Falcons, but it's been a big soap opera thing going on in Atlanta. Roddy White cursed out his teammates, his coaching staff because he wants the ball. Leonard Hankerson has became the number 2 receiver because of targets. Roddy White, there's rumors that he wants to get traded. And then Julio Jones last week, you didn't see him much, but there's rumors that he's hurt. Toe injury, hamstring. That's been his knock since he got drafted. I got the Redskins winning this football game on the road. They run the football very well. Matt Jones, Thompson, and I forgot what's his name. You got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball to Garcon. I got the Redskins winning this football game. Not by much.
Someone needs to tell Roddy White, you get older, you don't get younger, and if you want the ball more, you should probably get some separation first. But if there's some Brady Bunch debacle going down in Atlanta, that could definitely be more than meets the eye. And the Redskins, they're nothing to sleep on. Right now, they got the best rushing offense. Their defense is up there. I could definitely, if they can stop Devontae Freeman and Julio one-on-one, but that's a big if, because we're talking about D'Angelo Hall being out for who knows how long, and their cornerbacks are already shaky. So I think it's going to be, who is it, Breland over there that might be responsible, or Culliver, I'm sorry, Chris Culliver.
Culliver, yes, sir.
So
Mhm.
that's a big matchup for him. But at the same time, if they can stop Devontae, then it's very possible the Redskins could take one away. But at this time and point, it's hard for me to go against the hot hand in Atlanta.
Well, you know what, too? They have no offensive line. They
Mm,
have no offensive line, and they have a good front seven to get after the quarterback with the Washington Redskins. But
yeah.
we'll see. Okay, we have the
All right.
Arizona Cardinals visiting the Detroit Lions. Detroit's 0-4. They have nothing to lose. Arizona, I mean, God. Uh,
I don't know, man. The Lions just had the life taken away from them this
I,
weekend.
I'm gonna give them this game. I'm gonna give Detroit this. It's hard to be 0-5. The team is too talented on paper, and they're healthy not to win this game right here. They'll win this game at home. I got the Detroit Lions win this game. Megatron will come up pretty big, and they will involve Golden Tate more.
Calvin Johnson.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to put a couple dollars in the swear jar. For
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
sorry. Calvin Johnson.
All right, though.
CJ. Excuse me.
You know, I don't know how the Lions as a whole are feeling, and I don't know how Jim Caldwell is as a coach coming, from a deficit, because we've never really seen Jim Caldwell in this kind of position before. He's always been successful with the Colts and Peyton, so we don't know how or what to expect in Motown right now. And I'm going to go with the better defensive team and the better matchups that can shut down Boo Boo Kittytron and Golden Tate, and that's, Peterson and I forgot his name opposed to Peterson. I'm sorry, but I'm going with the Cardinals in this one.
All right. We have the New England Patriots.
You know your picks already.
At my Dallas Cowboys.
Josh, what's your pick?
The Dallas Cowboys will win this game.
And I'm sure he already knows my pick.
This game, 21-17.
Oh God, man. Tim. I know Sean Lee's back. I know you got, faith in your running backs. I know you have faith in Whedon. But we're talking Bill Belichick, the Patriots, and we're talking about some major ass kicking with Rob Gronkowski running down the middle, and you guys not having a real answer for him. I mean, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be hard to stop. I'll just put it that way. It's gonna be hard.
We'll make you believe it, Josh. Come
All
next
right.
week.
I'm waiting for you.
All right. We got the Denver Broncos visiting the Oakland Raiders. This is a hard game. I was so impressed with the Minnesota Vikings, even though they lost. I like how Teddy Bridgewater played that game. The Broncos were home. I think the Raiders could really upset the Denver Broncos. And, because Derek Carr is playing good football, Mari Cooper is doing his thing. You got Crabtree. Just because Peyton Manning's not doing great. He's not himself. He's not Peyton Manning. He's average now. He's a regular good quarterback. I think the Raiders could go in this game at home.
Wow. I'm actually going to go the opposite because I think Peyton Manning is starting to gel with Kubiak, and the offense is starting to put together for him. They're starting to meet 50-50, kind of like in the middle of the road together. And, Peyton's starting to appreciate that, starting to play better. He's going to start playing even more better, that he's starting to get the consistency with that. So I'm going with the Broncos with this one. Best offense against the worst defense.
Okay. We also have the 49ers visiting the New York Giants. Now, this is my two-part answer right here. I feel if Blaine Gabbert comes in the game early because of Kaepernick's struggle and the Giants are not up by 3 touchdowns, maybe just 1 or 2, I think the 49ers can win this football game because the 49ers they do have a pretty good team on both sides of the ball. It's just Kaepernick. I'm sorry. He needs to be benched. So if Blaine Gabbert plays early, they have more of a shot than with Kaepernick.
I'm surprised you say that because usually the Giants, they have problems with the mobile quarterbacks. An example, RG3, Michael Vick, the ones that can scramble and get out and pass, on 3rd and longs. That's what they struggle against the most. Their defense is good, but at the same time, I feel like the Giants always plan well and they match up well against the 49ers. And in the past, I've actually been expecting the 49ers because of their monstrous defense and the way they scheme things to beat the Giants out, but favorably it's worked out for us, So But Sunday night, the Giants don't want to blow another primetime game after the mismanagement with the clock time and all that crap. I think they're going to get this one under the belt and continue the streak so they can start taking that NFC East title.
Somebody caught my eye. That kid win on the defensive line.
Who's that?
That kid win. I forgot his first name.
Wynn? Yeah,
he gets in these mobile quarterbacks. He showed a couple of things against Tyrod Taylor, so I think that's fine. I got the Giants. Blaine Gabbert, please play. Okay, we got the last game. We got the Monday Night Football. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the San Diego Chargers. I tell you this, if Josh Scobie's not coming to this game, he packed his bag. But one more thing they got to do. Let Michael Vick be Michael Vick and stop trying to change this man. You need a couple of wins till Robert Vick comes back. Let him do him. But, that being said, Antonio Gates will be back, coming home to San Diego Chargers. I got the Chargers winning this football game. The Steelers will continue to lose.
Yeah, you know what? Even with the Steelers and their high-powered offense, I feel I'm on your page. 8:30 p.m. Monday night, San Diego at home. It's going to be a nice, sunny, 80-degree game. This one is all looking up for Phillip Rivers and, a coming-out party for Antonio Gates because let's all admit, Ladarius Green hasn't panned out to what we thought he would be potentially. So Phillip Rivers is going to be ecstatic to have Antonio back, and Keenan Allen has been killing it, which he should have been doing last year. So it's looking good for the Chargers.
Melvin Gordon's going to come out big.
Yes, he is. Him and Gurley are looking both good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. That's week 5 in the books.
Yeah, Sean, stop praying over there. Seattle's not winning the game Sunday. Stop
He's
praying.
Getting the syringes ready. What are you talking about? Marshawn needs that therapy.
Yeah. Needles on the sideline. Needles on the sideline.
Look,
pulls his pants down, gets injected. What is that?
Look. I'm just taking a game by game case right now. Because the Steelers, look, man, I'm not impressed with my team's O-line. It's scaring the crap out of me. That's a turnstile O-line. Like,
I got the best excuse out of everybody because we're missing Romo and Dez. Romo and Dez. A lot of these other teams got no excuses to be losing.
Yeah, okay, finish. You have a masterful O-line. You can still do something with that. If you don't have an O-line, look what happened when Vic took over Cobbs over the Eagles. When the Eagles had a crappy O-line. They said Vic is quick. He always gets injured in the mid or the end of the season and out for the rest of the season.
Because you don't slide. That's all it is. You
can have a quick quarterback.
No, see,
but they will get catch eventually.
No,
if
but
you have a bad O-line, you don't have an offense.
The problem is this: those scrambling quarterbacks like Vic, like Kaepernick, don't have the skills that Russell Wilson got. Wilson. Wait, let me finish.
How much time did he get touched last game?
May I finish?
He was 4 times.
Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson is trying to make a play. But the thing is this: those guys are not good quarterbacks. They are scramblers. They are street performers. They are two-hand touch quarterbacks.
Okay.
Russell Wilson is a complete quarterback.
Tim, how is it that as soon as the ball is snapped, there's a defender in your face?
You know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Can I tell you why? Ready for this? Because number one, you got no skate. First of all, when you got Beast Mode, he didn't play. When you got no wide receivers on this side, you got Tweety D, you got Tweedledum. I'm asking you a question right now. It's very simple. No, I'm asking you a question right now. When you got guys that you can man up, you just blitz. I'm asking the question for you. Song.
Let me say the question one more time.
Five offensive linemen cannot block 8 guys. 5 linemen cannot block 8 guys. Am I right, Josh?
Tim, let me say the question one more time.
Oh my God.
Tim, let me say the question.
5 cannot guard 8.
Tim, let me say the question one more time.
Oh my God.
How is it the receiver's fault when as soon as the ball is snapped, there's a defender in your face?
Why? Because again, 5 linemen cannot guard 8 guys. You got 8-man blitz.
It was not an 8-man blitz. It was not an 8-man. What are you talking about?
8 men. I counted 8.
It was not an 8-man blitz. What are you talking about?
Hey, last subject before we finish out. Tim, you were talking about a possible 49er receiver going back to Baltimore. If
Yes,
so,
sir.
which one would you rather have? Bolden or Sims?
It's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll
I
tell you
think
this.
last question of the night before we get off.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you this. I'd rather take Bolden because he's even though he's older than Torrey, he's much more proven. Torrey to me the number 2 guy. Bolden is a good veteran that Aiken will be good next to him. Torrey Smith to me just a speedster, overpaid. Sorry, but I will take Anquan Bolden.
All right, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel Anquan Bolden is just a man among men. He's a beast, and yeah, like you said, Torrey Smith is just a vertical specialist.
And you saw what he said last week. The interview was crazy. His expression on the field plus Kaepernick was not so good. Not so
I can't
good.
believe
So
he was traded for a 6th round, man. He needs to come back home.
go back to Baltimore, please.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Last words. We're way over time. Last words.
This will be our last word till Sunday. Guys, I will see you Wednesday with a victory party for my Dallas Cowboys. Please attend. The ones who doubted me, please show up to say, Tim, you was right, please. I have no doubt we're going to win that game.
Hey, I'm getting so used in 2-minute warning. Every Tuesday, Nate Cobb's getting banned for 2 days. So I think if the Giants beat the 49ers, we should have Nate Cobbs just leave the group for 2 more days. It's becoming a trend. I'm starting to like it. It's great. Every Tuesday we have Nate Cobb's meme specials because he was last in the fuck out of here league. So he's got to, by rule, leave the group for 48 hours.
Damn, that sucks.
I know, that's what's up. But hey,
Man!
Nate Cobbs, if you like leaving so much, you confident in your 49ers? You confident in sack or pick?
Come back, man! Come back! Nate!
Baby,
On that note, Nate Cobb, you gotta read this update. They're calling you out. But on that last word, we gotta end this show. We went over time. LOB, exactly. But it was a great show, guys. We'll see you guys back next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. Bye, Tim. All right, Tim.
The
right,
Kraken
Tim.
is coming.
Whatever, Tim. Josh, Tim, we out.
They call him Greg Hardley.
Cowboys gonna lose to the Patriots.
No, we're not. We're gonna win that shit. We're gonna win that shit. You wanna see that shit? Watch. We're gonna win that shit. Let me tell you something. When we win that game, I'm a party like it's 1999. I'm a party so hard. Let me tell you something.
Go Tom Brady. And we out.